leaders do. First, redesign curriculum governance so that industry engagement is not a decorative advisory board meeting once a year. It must become a living curriculum intelligence system. Program teams should review labor market data, employer feedback, apprentice performance, accreditation requirements, student outcomes, AI developments, and regional skills priorities together. Second, build employer-integrated assessment. Not every assessment needs an external employer, but every program should include authentic tasks where students produce evidence that makes sense beyond the university. This could include technical design dossiers, consultancy reports, prototypes, digital portfolios, code repositories, simulations, product specifications, standards-based audits, or professional presentations. Third, connect career support with the curriculum. Careers should not be a separate office that students discover in panic 3 weeks before graduation. Employability must be embedded into modules, academic advising, projects, employer engagement, alumni mentoring, apprenticeships, and assessment. Fourth, make AI literacy a core graduate capability. This includes prop design, verification, data ethics, academic integrity, domain-specific AI use, model limitations, and human accountability. The point is not to catch students using AI. The point is to teach them how to use it responsibly, intelligently, and transparently. Fifth, support staff properly. Academic staff have endured Brexit, the pandemic, financial pressure, workload growth, changing student expectations, regulatory burden, and now AI. We cannot simply tell them to redesign everything while also producing research, winning grants, supervising projects, managing student support, and replying to 100 emails before lunch. That is not leadership. That is wishful thinking with a calendar invitation. Leaders must create time, incentives, training, industry links, shared resources, AI support, workload recognition, and cross-school collaboration. A good teacher must also be a good learner. In the AI era, that becomes an institutional duty, not just a personal virtue. Sixth, build stronger bridges between schools, colleges, further education, apprenticeships, and universities. The UK's post-16 education and skills policy direction rightly points towards clearer pathways, higher-level learning, closer partnership with employers, and stronger alignment with the needs of the economy. Universities cannot solve employability alone. They must work with the whole education and skills ecosystem. I will close with this point. Industry-informed education led by AI-informed teaching is not a rejection of research. It is the next serious expression of it. It says that research must inform teaching, but teaching must also prepare students to enter a world where evidence, technology, work, ethics, and productivity are deeply connected. It also says something important about leadership. A university leader in 2026 cannot only defend the old system, nor can they chase every new technology with breathless excitement. The leader must ask disciplined questions, protect what is intellectually valuable, remove what is merely habitual, and build partnerships that give students a stronger future. I believe the university of the future should be a place where students learn fundamentals, question evidence, work with AI, engage industry, understand ethics, build confidence, and produce value. It should be a place where a student does not graduate saying, "I have passed the module, but I do not know what I can do." The student should graduate saying, "I understand my discipline. I can learn fast. I can use evidence. I can work with AI. I can solve problems with others. And I know how to keep asking better questions." That is not a small ambition. But if universities cannot be ambitious about the future of knowledge, then frankly, we may as well let the photocopier chair the curriculum committee. Here are the self-reflective